Hello, welcome back to the channel. We've got another review. Interesting story with this one. Well, I thought it was interesting. I'm going to share it whether you like it or not. So, I went into my hobby shop, my local hobby shop, which is not Hobbycraft but a proper hobby store. Now the thing is, they're normally quite expensive. They can't compete with the internet markets and that, which is a shame. But I try and support them where I can, but they can be a little bit unfriendly in there, especially if you're new to the hobby. Anyway, I'm looking round and I'm after a kit for the new SIG that's coming up on ISM, which is any German sports car. And I spot one and I look at the price, it's £22.99. I'm thinking I can probably get that somewhere else cheaper, but it is there in front of me. So I have a quick look on eBay to see what the price is going for, and lo and behold, it seems to be going for around £40, and I can't figure out why this is half the price in the shop. It's not on a sale or anything like that. I'll show you the kit now. It's the BMW M3 DTM, is that one? 2012 Bruno Spengler. And I thought, I'm sure I've seen that cheaper. Well, there is another one with Bruno Spengler, but it's a Mercedes. Looks very similar on the front, but it's obviously a different car. This one seems to be rarer than that one, so I don't know. Have I, I'm wondering if I got a good find here. It seems I've got a really good buy. But it's rare that they drop the ball like that in these sorts of stores, but not impossible. So anyway, we're going to have a look at this and see what it looks like inside. So let's go over to the desk. Well, I say let's go over, let's swivel round, because we're there, and all I've got to do is hit this button here and press this one here. So there we have it. We've got a BMW M3 DTM. We've got a nice picture on the front of the BMW. Standard Revell box, really. It's a bit of gumph on the side. Side opening. A few little pictures on there of the model. And that's it. There's the price I paid and the shop I bought it from. And it's licensed by BMW AG, so they should have pretty accurate mouldings of this. So let's get inside and have a look. As I say, it's side opening, so I'm not a fan of side opening boxes. They don't stack very well, because you put more. There's normally not. This isn't very sturdy, so if you get anything more than a few kits on, it starts to bow at the sides and your kit gets squashed and damaged. I will say this box does feel heavy. Oh, so it does feel heavy, for heavier than the last kit. That body seems smaller for some reason. Let's have a look. They're the destructions. We'll look at them in a second. We'll probably look at them first, actually. Yeah, let's look at them first. Let's put the plastic to one side. Let's get them there, nice centre. We've got leather decals. We'll look at them in a minute. So, usual setup with Revell. You've got a paper booklet, except it's not stapled or anything. You can pull this out if you want, but then there's instructions on the other half of it. So we've got all the paints we need, which are Revell paints. They don't give you any conversion. There's quite a bit there. and then they've got their usual one where you've got to mix. Revell paints, there's normally quite a bit of mixing involved. Where possible, I try to avoid mixing. Like that's 95% black and 5% steel. So yeah, we'll see when we come to that. There's another one, grey silky matte and steel. Looks like there's a lot of steel mix. Anyway, then we've got our sprue map there. And then we start on our instructions proper, as it were. So let's just bring this down a bit so that I know it's all in shot. So we start with the engine by the looks of it. Main block going together. Piston rings of some sort going in there. Exhaust pipes going on. Looks like radiators going in, and then we've got don't know what this is here, but we've got decals going on already. Steering parts all going together here. Be careful, there's lots of no glue symbols here, and there's also some heating required. This is just to squash the end of the plastic down so that it doesn't keep popping out. It makes a good seal. It does work very well actually, as long as you don't bugger it up. Then your little engines going in with your pipes, exhausts. Looks like a transmission, maybe the gearbox or a transmission axle of some sort. Yeah, and then you've got some wheel arches going in. They're going in separately, they're not moulded. Not moulded in with the thing by the looks of it. And yeah, this is a different setup than I normally see from Revell. Exhaust tips, are they? I don't know, I'm not sure. No, I'm really not sure now. Yeah, they're the exhaust ends, I'm sure they are. We've got brakes and tyres going together here. We've got decals going on the brakes, that's good, so that means they can, I hope that means they can be seen. Didn't get Chuck's chance to look at the rims. And then we go over. Pages stick together. Lots of different colours going in here in a very small area. So this is all the interior now, the cabin, the seat. We've got some roll bar stuff going in here. Looks like it. Some safety equipment. Yeah, the roll cage going in the sides. Indicator or light parts going in there. Much different to the last one I built up, which was also Revell, I think. No, it was Tamiya, sorry. And then we've got some bits that are going to press into place by the looks of it. So you probably know more about this than I do, so I'm just picking out little random details. You'll be able to look for yourself and decide. Air scoops, are they? No, they're underneath. So that can't be right. I'm not sure what they are. Distinctive front end of a BMW. You can always tell a BMW. I was going to say something there to come up with a joke, but about BMWs and drivers, but I'm not going to, in case somebody who subscribes watches them. They might not see the funny side of it. And then we've got top bonnet, hood or whatever, roof section going on. And we've got little odds and sods all going on the outside here. And then we have a black and white schedule of where the decals go and the stencils, and all the stencils. And I really wish they'd do this in colour so that you can 55, 56. Yeah, so your colours for the bodywork are going to be added as you go along, I guess. Because normally, yeah, so B. I don't like it when they do that. I prefer it at the back so that you can see it all. But anyway, that is what it is. So they're the instructions. Now we come to the decals. They're all rather small. Some of them are difficult to see because it's going to be a dark coloured car, and a lot of this whiting is writing is white. Sorry, cool. That was a bit complex, especially for this time of night. So let me zoom you in so we can have a little look. They're good quality. They've got a little bit of shine to them. A little bit of a sort of glossy shine to them. Nothing. They don't feel as though they're very thick, but until I've started putting them on, I won't really know. We've got lots and lots of tiny stuff. But that's okay. I find it very therapeutic doing these. I love looking at decal sheets, they're so colourful. Yeah, it's very nice. So, I don't think there's much else I can show you on there. I'll just quickly go around, give you a good look. Nothing jumps out at me. They're all in register. Yeah, all the writing's visible. Even the small writing is visible. We've got all the sponsors are there. So all in all, not bad at all. It says 2013 on it, so printed in Italy by Revell. Sheet number 07178, in case anybody wants to know. Don't know whether that's the kit number or the sheet number 07178. That's the kit number, but it's also stamped on the sheet. So we come to the body. Come on. Gotta be careful here because I don't want to nick the bodywork. There we go. So it looks short because the front end's separate. The tyres are in here as well. So let's zoom back out. got a few changes in the swirls in the plastic, but we're not worried about that. The detail looks a little bit soft. Looks a bit ropey in places, the moulding, especially around this bit here. Let me just zoom in so you can see. I don't know whether it's just me, but I just think it looks a little bit soft to me. And this looks a bit, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with it. I've just seen better. We've got a little bit of flash go. No, is that flash? I don't think that's flash. I'm not sure. It's probably a bit too thick. It looks a bit like flash from a distance. Maybe not. Let me come back. Seems to have picked up the panels. Not too bad. Get it clean up once it's got some paint on it. That's going to have to come off. So let's have a look at the front. So we've got some air vents in the front there, and they're all the way through, so that's good. And we've got the sort of ridges on the back of the wheel arch, that's also good. Distinctive front end, front shape, that's also okay. I think perhaps I was being a bit harsh with it my first little bit sharp on the edges, but I mean that's no big deal. That'll be taken care of, and that will obviously fit on there like that. And these, I don't really want to snap these off. Let me just let's zoom back out a minute. Let me just see how this goes together quickly. Don't worry, I will clean it up before I actually do it, but I just want to see how that it might be a bit of a pig to clump together, so that goes there and that one goes there, and that will clamp on like so. Ooh, that does look nice, doesn't it? Look at that. That's gonna rock when it's, yes. It all comes together when you put that front part on. It looks amazing. You take that off and you think, oh, yeah, I think I was probably a bit eager to find fault with it there. So it's not as bad as I thought. I still think that the moulding's a little bit soft, not drastically so. We have got some sort of residue all over it, so this probably could do with a wash. It almost looks like it's the beginning of mould spores. I know it can't be, but well, it could be, but we will see. I can't remember how that came out of there now. I think it went like that. That's it. Oh, we didn't look at the tyres. Ooh, I can tell you there's no seam line, which is excellent news. Let me just double check quickly. Nope, no seam line. No seam line on the back either. We've got slightly wider tyres at the front, I don't know. So, perfectly smooth. I'll probably go around with a buffer or something just to give them that worn look that you get when they've been racing for a while on tarmac or whatever, just to give them not that little bit of shine out, and you know, give that worn look a bit. So they're great. They're and I do believe I saw some slides for the tyres. Yeah, I did. I saw some decals to go on the sides of the tyres. So that's great as well. Right, moving on swiftly. That took longer than it should have done to look at that bodywork. And we've got some chrome work. Now I'm probably going to bleach some of this, maybe not all of it. I'm definitely going to bleach the wheels. Yeah, I'm probably going to bleach it all, actually, looking at it. I was wondering about these headlight surrounds. They may look better left as they are. I will have to ask about that though, because I'm not sure. Let me just bring you in for a closer look at these. Got some nice detail in the chrome work there. You can see the headlights. You can see the rear. Detail in the wheels and them exhausts. And there you have it. That's all there really is for that sprue. I should really bag these up afterwards, but I just don't. I like to get it done as I'm going along. I know it's annoying to a lot of people. Right, and then we come to, we've got 2 in here, I think. Yep. There's quite a bit of plastic on this. So we've got the bottom, which is fairly plain. Then we've got the brake discs and the brake pads. I don't know, they look a bit disappointing. Yeah, they look a bit disappointing after Tamiya's. Tamiya's have got all the detail in the holes all around the edge in the I don't know whether they're different kind on the BMW, but they look a bit plain after. But once they're painted up, the Tamiya ones I don't think had any decals on the brake shoes themselves or the brake discs. These do, so we'll have to wait and see on that. And we've got an axle sort of transmission there. And let's just flip because we're on the back side here. Revell 2013 again. No, we weren't on the back side, we were on the right side. So I don't know what many of these parts are, so I'm not going to sit and try and guess. The detail looks nice on them. There's not a lot that I can recognise on that one, so apart from this is obviously an axle, and this is obviously an end cap that goes over something. There we go. Not a lot I can say about that. And then we come on to this one. So here we've got the wheel arches, all four of them. That I can recognise. We've got some EPM marks on there, but they're nothing that's going to concern us. Nothing on the interiors there. We've got what looks to be the end of an engine there. Maybe the top of an engine here. And then we've got exhaust pipes. Just going to bring down, zoom down a bit. Exhaust pipes, something to do with the pistons. Yeah, we've got flash. Now we have got flash all over these pieces here. I'm going to bring you in so you can see it. If you can see it on the edges there. It's there, it just needs cleaning off. It's not a big deal, just letting you know that it's there. And then back here and on these corners you can see there should be a sharp point, and there's a little bit of flash on the ends there that needs dealing with. They're probably worn moulds if they made a lot of these, I don't know, I can't say. And then we've got the look like radiators there. Something else to do with the engine. And that's about all I can tell you on that one. That's the glass, and then we've got different coloured plastic here for some reason. This is by the looks of it, it's probably going to be the interior. So we'll start with the small one, and again, I can't really tell you what many of these parts are, so I'm just going to show you them. It's a beast of a car, I know that, and it's going to look amazing when it's built up. It's got massive amounts of power. There we go, that's that one. Last sprue apart from the clear ones, and I think we've finally found some bits I noticed. The seat! Hurrah! So we've got some seat belt moulded detail there. I think there's also decals to go over that. We've got the tub, or the main compartment, which is all moulded. All these have got to be different colours in this section here. All these little lights, I'm assuming now they've all got to be different colours. That's going to be fun. We've got the steering wheel there. Of course, it's not going to be a traditional steering wheel because this is an ultra modern racing car. Then we've got the brake and clutch and accelerator configuration. Some more components there. Then we've got the roll cage. These seem to be the typical design for all car model makers. They seem to use the same sort of way of putting them together. These look like internal door card type affair. Again, moulding just seems a little bit soft, not quite as crisp as I've seen on other models. We've got flash, little bits of flash on the roll cage, but it's nothing disastrous. And there we go. That's just take you one more tour around so that you can see. There's that chair. You see that detail in there? So there's that detail in that chair with the moulded seat belts at the back, and then the clips at the front, and then there's the tub with the array of lights and switches. There's the rear view mirror there, I believe that's going to be, where are we? There. And there's the steering wheel next to it. Excellent. I haven't really seen an instrument panel as such yet, but perhaps we've passed it. Must have passed it, or it's different in size and shape than what I'm used to seeing. Rally cars is quite a new area for me. I used to do a lot of Formula 1 photography, but not rally cars as such. not sure where that is. And finally we have the crystal parts, which I don't normally like to get out. I don't think we're going to be able to see. I thought for a minute there they'd double covered the main windscreen, but let's just have a quick look. Yeah, they're good. No problems there. I'm just going to bring him up. So can't see any problems in there. Looking through, there's a few little pits and marks right on the surface where it's knocked against other stuff and the bag's sort of brushed against it. Yeah, you've got little tiny marks. You've got a lot of flash in areas like this. That's obviously the rear window. Headlight cover's got flash on it. So just going to have to be careful with those. Yeah, they seem okay. Then you're going to need a polish. They're not the best I've seen, but they're not, by no means the worst. They're perfectly usable. I wouldn't feel the need to replace them. Once they've been polished, they'll look great, and there's not much distortion through them. Perfectly acceptable, in my opinion, anyway. Anyway, that's really. Oh, now the sellotape stuck to the. Damn it! Sellotape stuck to the glass, and it's pulled the main windscreen off part of the sprue. That's why I don't like getting them out of the bag. Things like that happen. Right, that's not coming out of there now until it needs building. Definitely not. Let's fold that over. So anyway, that's been the BMW M3 DTM 2012 Bruno Spengler. Oh, forgot to zoom out. And that's been the review for it. I hope you've enjoyed the review. I hope it spurs you on to build more, maybe try a car of your own. If you do, drop me an email, drop me a text, or not a text, a message, and let me know how you're getting on. You know, send me some pictures. You can also talk to me on Facebook. I have the Sprue Surgeon. There's a page now called Sprue Surgeon on Facebook, and you can see more of my work there. I upload there quite regularly, and of course I'm active on ISM as well. I'm regularly on their forum, and I take part in a lot of their SIGs and builds and group builds, so I don't always finish them. Sometimes I forget I'm even in them, and but there you go. I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, and all that's left for me to say is bye for now, and enjoy the rest of your evening, day, wherever you are. See you soon.